Hello, all my beautiful honeybees. Welcome to Eclectic Duality. My name is Alyssa, and today we are doing a special pick a card reading just for you. This is what blessings are coming your way. But as usual, keep in mind that energy is fluid, time is an illusion, roles can be reversed, and this may not be your story. And that's okay. There's so many amazing readers out there. One of them will resonate with you. And if you don't like the story that I tell in this reading, change the outcome. It is that simple. All right, honeybees, this is going to be a short and sweet reading, or at least that's the intention, but you guys know how I love to talk. So we have 3 piles to choose from here. We have a pile number 1 represented by the beautiful heart locket. We have pile number 2 represented by the shell. Sorry guys, I totally gashed open my thumb. That's why there's a gross band-aid on there. And then we have pile number 3 represented by the rose quartz. All right, honeybees, I will give you a few moments to decide which pile or piles you feel most drawn to. Timestamps will be in the description, and I will meet you there. Hello, all my beautiful pile 1 people, or those of you who felt drawn to the heart locket. This is your reading. What blessings are coming your way? So we're just going to split up these cards real quick, and we'll go one at a time. All right, starting out the reading, the theme is enlightenment. I actually love that we just got this card. So that tells me right now the one huge blessing that is coming your way, in fact, probably the root of all these blessings coming your way, is you raising your vibration, you becoming enlightened about something, kind of getting an epiphany. So this isn't something small that you guys just realized about yourselves. This is something huge transformationally in your life. So this could be you deciding what your life path is. It could be you deciding what career you want to be in. It could be that you decided, what you want your role to be, in your life, in your loved one's life, in society. It's something huge. It's definitely a realization about you and your life path is what I'm hearing very strongly. All right, some more blessings coming your way. We have the angel of soul love, time to look at how you value yourself, issues of self-love. So right there I'm seeing that, and it kind of goes with this enlightenment card. You guys are actually finding love within yourself. You're learning to appreciate yourself exactly the way you are. I feel like a lot of you went through a dark night of the soul, which is probably where this enlightenment is coming from. I'm getting hermit energy. Now, it doesn't have to be the case, but I feel like a lot of you might be Virgos, or you might have a lot of Virgo placements in your chart, or some strong Virgo placements. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus is what I'm hearing, and I just heard for some of you North Node. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy with this specifically. Next one we have is the angel of finances. Honor and give thanks for the blessings you're about to receive. So very clearly, I'm seeing some money abundance coming your way. But because we have kind of this Virgo energy of you working for the blessings you have, making things happen in the physical, putting in that effort, hitting the pavement, that kind of thing. I'm getting that this is probably going to be something along the lines of a job opportunity, a new one, or a promotion in your current job. If you are a freelancer or something like that, it could be a new client who brings in a lot of money in a contract of some kind of way. So I definitely think this is related to your job abundance. And then we have the goddess of beauty. You are a wonderful being of light. There is nothing to change or fix. So I'm just getting over and over kind of this dark night of the soul energy, where a lot of you might have released a lot of hurts or things that you were holding you back from your past, from your childhood. I'm getting a lot of this is you going from a child to an adult. Now, a lot of you might be like, Alyssa, I'm 37 years old, or I'm 42, or I'm 25, or I'm 18, any of that. But this is kind of, this enlightenment is literally you going from, I keep picturing the three-faced goddess. So what do they say? The maiden, the matron, and the crone. The maiden, the mother, and the matriarch. Is something like that. So basically you have the young woman, you have the mother, and you have the old woman. And I'm seeing like you guys went from maiden to mother. And obviously if you are not if you don't consider yourself to be a female energy, take that at face value. Take it the opposite. Maybe a young man becoming a adult man, that kind of thing. But either way, there's definitely a level up in perspective in your life. Then other blessings we have coming into our life. We have the angel of detoxification. What have I been talking about? Releasing things that are holding you back. Dark night of the soul. But in this case, I don't feel like it's necessarily actually, I take that back. So I was going to say that this isn't necessarily a physical detoxification. It's more for me releasing toxic energy from your pores. Not all from you, but also from people around you. Maybe you guys take in a lot of anxiety or frustration from other people. You hold on to that, you bottle it up, and then it just kind of ends up stewing within you, holding you back, not really doing anything positive for you. But I actually got the image that for a lot of you, this is about changing your diet, what you consume, what you're drinking. I think a lot of you are going to be going for kind of more cleaner foods and beverages, things that actually make you feel energized and refreshed and help you to think clearly. I'm getting some of you might be going vegan. Doesn't have to be, but I'm feeling a lot of vegetables and fruits, kind of very natural things that grow from the earth specifically. But if you are an omnivore or a carnivore, just know that I think you guys are getting rid of a lot of fast food and processed meats and all of that. So I really feel like a lot of you are cleaning up your diet, and you're gonna see some huge kind of improvements in how you feel. And I'm hearing very specifically your thought processes. You're going to find your mind is a lot clearer, which kind of helps you in getting towards that enlightenment. All right, more blessings coming your way. We have oath. Okay, so I'm getting two stories with this, honeybees. So one is that you guys are about to be, getting some kind of big deal or creating some kind of contract that kind of opens up a whole new door to you of opportunities. Could be involved with your work, going with that angel of finances energy, something really big. It could be a promotion, you committing to a role, something that's going to take up a lot of your time. Something that's going to take your loyalty and dedication. The other story that I'm getting is that some of you might actually be making a commitment with somebody. It could be a business venture. You get a business partner. Could be you're doing something creatively with somebody and you guys partner up for it. But for a lot of you, I'm actually getting a new relationship, a new, not necessarily love offer. I think it's more that this gets established really fast between you guys, and then a commitment happens. Like they decide they want to be serious. This isn't casual. This is serious. So I feel like this is actually going to be pretty steamy, actually. I think you guys are going to be surprised at how quickly you feel connected to this person. A lot of you might already know this person. And I think that because it usually takes people a little bit of time to develop such a strong connection that they commit to each other. But for some of you, you might actually meet this person one day, and in a week or two, you guys are super serious about each other, relationship-wise. There's something about this connection. And I feel like this is going to be... I'm getting very traditional roles in energy. You have one person who loves to chase, who kind of has this energy of a knight, who's willing to throw themselves in front of the dragon to save the damsel. And then I have the other energy of the person who likes to be chased, who loves to be saved. And this is saying nothing about ability and everything about just the happy chase, the merry chase, the excitement, the passion. I'm getting a lot of fire sign energy with this. So surprisingly enough, even though I opened up this reading getting a lot of Virgo energy, you could actually be dealing with someone who's more of a fire sign. So we got earth and fire. Very interesting. You could be, I was gonna say Aries energy or Sagittarius energy. I'm not getting a lot of Leo energy, but could be, very much so. All right, so this card here is supposed to be more blessings coming your way, and it's supposed to give me an indication of time. When will these come in for you? Wow. We have a new start is coming, new moon. Okay, I think we already know a new start is coming. So, okay, so here's what I recommend. Obviously, this is a timeless reading. But I would say whenever there is supposed to be the next new moon for you, that is when you can expect a lot of this to start manifesting. And it's going to manifest very quickly. And it makes sense. New moon is about beginnings, and you have a lot of beginnings here. You have enlightenment. You have that light shining through the darkness. You know, if you're thinking of the Hermit card in tarot, you have, you know, an elderly man walking through the dark with his lantern, illuminating the dark, finding out the truth. You know, I feel like that's going to be a lot of your energy going through that dark night of the soul. You're going to be starting something new business-wise, some kind of new venture. You guys might be signing a contract of some kind of in some kind of way, and you're going to be making some kind of commitment to a job, promotion, a business partner, or a romantic partner. I also see you guys eating cleaner, you know, and seeing a lot of health benefits for you in that way, but also detoxifying your energy in regards to spiritual matters as well, releasing what doesn't serve you and focusing more on your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual health, all of that. So those are the major blessings that I'm seeing for you guys coming in whenever your next new moon is, no matter when you watch this. All right, so one way that I love to end my readings is with a yes, no, maybe pick a card session. So I want you guys to think of 5 questions. I normally only do 3, but I'm going to do 5 for you today. So 5 questions that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. I will pull those cards and I will either just give you the answer as the card displays it, leave it at that, move on as it is, or if I get any extra messages, I will tell you in that moment. But here we go. Think of that first question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. Oh, okay. So we had 1 card and then 3 more came out. So we're going to read this 1 card as your answer and then use the others as clarifiers. We have the 6 of Diamonds. Don't accept scraps of their time and affection. You deserve more. Want more for yourself. And then the clarifiers here, we have the 3 of Clubs. Take time to make the right decision. Choose wisely. Is this what you want? Wow. And then we have the 4 of Spades. Take some time to rest and rejuvenate. Now is not the right time. And then we have the 9 of Hearts. Celebrate your accomplishments. You deserve it. Yes. Very interesting. So let's pull this out here. Okay, so what I actually hear is that the answer here is actually a positive one. It's a yes, but not right now. Okay, so whatever it is specifically that you were wanting, whatever answer you were wanting, the answer is yes, but not right now. And the reason is because maybe you haven't taken enough time to really weigh your options here, and before you move forward in a certain direction, it wants you to be sure, because if you're not sure before you jump into the deep end of the pool, you might struggle a little bit more than you need to. You might have moments of doubts only because you jumped in a hasty way. So definitely take some time to think about this. Know that you need to focus on yourself, continue to focus on yourself, and it will happen eventually, just not at the moment, okay? So think of that second question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. And we have the 10 of Spades, a brutal, painful ending. You can get through this. Be strong. No, it was meant to end. Think of that second question, or that third question. That wanted to come out. We're going to take it. So your third question, that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. And we have the Jack of Diamonds, a message of a new opportunity or gift. And to clarify, I had 2 cards that immediately wanted to come out, so let's see what we get. We have the 3 of Hearts, just enjoy yourself, have fun, yes. And then we have the King of Hearts, be bold and strong in your emotions. So whatever it is that you asked, it is saying absolutely go for it. You know, if you're passionate about it, do it. Be dynamic. You know, and this is going to be a positive and quick opportunity is what I'm hearing. Have fun with it. Don't stress too much about it. All right, so think of that fourth question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. We have the 3 of Diamonds. Work with others to accomplish your goals. Yes, but you will need to ask for help. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And then think of that 5th question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. And we have the 4 of Hearts. This is a gift. Be willing to receive it. Maybe if you are open to receive. So essentially that is saying yes if you make room and it's what you really want. And no if you don't make the proper room for it and you find that it's not what you want. All right. Okay, honeybees, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. If you got to the end of this reading, let's leave a sun emoji in the comments to talk about that enlightenment. You coming to some big truth or realization in your life. You basically reaching a new area, new dawn of your life. All right, honeybees, if you like to see content like this, join the family, subscribe down below. But if this is where I leave you, I love you guys so much. Bye. Hello, all my beautiful pile 2 people, or those of you who picked the shell. This is your reading. All right, so we're just going to separate these cards here. All right, so these are supposed to be the main themes of the blessings that are coming into your life. So let's see what we got. First of all, we have inward revolution. Move these all a little bit more. We have soulcraft, nourish, and create space. Wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna move these here. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing is that one big blessing that's going to be happening internally and externally for you is you guys are actually going to be reinventing yourself. Now, this could be that you guys are going to a new workplace, you've moved to a new place, or you're going to. It could be you've just gotten out of a relationship or you're about to get into a new one. In some kind of way, you've completely changed your scenery or your situation. Okay, and essentially with that, I see you guys taking a completely clean slate, and instead of going with the flow or doing what you did before, you are creating a whole new landscape for yourself, a whole new portfolio. For some of you, I see that you guys actually had started a career in a very specific field. It was what you just thought you were good at, or everyone urged you to go into because it was the smart thing to do. And then you got to a certain point where you realized that even though you were good at it, it didn't make you happy. You weren't passionate about it, whether this is about work or a relationship or where you lived, any of that. I feel like you guys look at that and then you decide, no, I'm getting my eraser. I'm getting my eraser out and I'm erasing everything that I've put all this work into. I'm knocking this tower down. I grabbed a sledgehammer and I made the tower come down myself. Okay? Definite tower moment energy here. And I think by doing this, looking at this clean slate, you guys were able to be the architect of your own life. I will say that this may not be the case, but I'm getting a lot of Scorpio energy in this reading. So you guys could be Scorpios, or you could have major scorpionic placements in your chart. So sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node. Now obviously doesn't have to be, but that's just a really strong energy that I'm getting in this. With the Nourish card, I feel like this is actually talking about your work sustaining you spiritually. So literally your passions feeding your creativity. So for a lot of you, I feel like the career that you were in, maybe you actually made a good amount of money and it was stable and it was a respectable, quotation mark, career in the business community. Maybe you were kind of widely known in some kind of capacity, or you did a lot of networking. But I'm actually seeing that what your true passion is has to do with your creativity. So for a lot of you, you might be artists. You could be drawers, painters, sculptors, singers, musicians, writers, any of those things. Or you could actually be an architect, someone who literally draws beautiful structures, and makes the blueprints for buildings that are going to last for 100+ years. So it's actually incredible when you think about it. But I feel like you guys actually are wanting to do something that's going to be lasting, that's going to make a mark on the world. You don't want to leave life making no real dent. You want to actually, you actually want to make a lasting impression on people who come after you. With the create space, not only did that give me that clean slate energy, but I actually feel like you're not only clearing your situation and your board, but you're actually clearing relationships, not just romantic, but I feel like some of you might have some familial relationships that they were irreparable. You couldn't fix them. And I'm not saying the person, I'm saying the relationship. You couldn't fix that connection. There was no more middle ground. There was nothing in common between you and that person, or there was just too much conflict and toxicity between you guys. I feel like there's a similar energy with some friendships or acquaintances you had as well. People who you wanted to be your friend weren't actually your friend, that kind of energy. So you guys are definitely out with the old and with the new in majority of cases. But one thing I do want to say is I feel like you have one very, very incredible, I was going to say friend specifically. In some ways, they might be more than that, though. It could be a romantic partner if that was what was so great in your life at the time, something you didn't want to get rid of. It could be a friendship, could be one family member. There's one specific connection that I'm feeling right now that lasts through all of this, and it actually becomes stronger coming out of this because you end up appreciating this person and this relationship 100-fold, because now you compare that with kind of other connections and relationships you had that were not nearly as fruitful or connected positively as you might have thought in the beginning. So you just kind of gain this whole new appreciation and view of this person in your life who has always been there for you through everything. So I want you to know that you are not necessarily walking into the fray by yourself. I do feel like you have a companion in some kind of way, whether it's romantic or platonic. So you do have a partner in crime. All right. So more blessings coming your way. We have the angel of clairsentience. So I feel like a lot of you are going to have, I feel like your intuition is going to be on point. And not only that, I feel like you guys have always had a pretty high intuition, which makes sense with that scorpionic energy. Scorpios are extremely intuitive individuals, very spiritual generally in some kind of aspect. But I feel like those already strong intuitive abilities, an ability to kind of feel what is going to happen before it does, I feel like that's actually going to grow. As you clean this slate and as you start catering to your passions, I feel like you're going to find a lot of blocks, a lot of walls that you had up, they crumble. When the tower falls, you know, those walls that were doing you no favors or were keeping you from your creativity or keeping you from really listening to your gut. And, you know, I feel like a lot of you were choosing common sense over your intuition. And I feel like you're kind of, this is not a term I use. This is not a term I use. I obviously heard it, but I just heard flipping a bitch. So, you know what's interesting about that is, I don't know if that could be offensive. I apologize. Trigger warning. But that is what I heard. That might have some kind of synchronicity to you, or that might be something that someone you know says. So it might give you an indicator of who this partner in crime is, whoever's going to be walking through this with you. But yeah, that was the phrase that I just heard, so I had to say it. Sorry guys if it was triggering. But yeah, let's move on. Your intuition will be stronger. That is your blessing. All right, so what other blessings are coming your way? We have God of the Arts. The artist within you is about to emerge. I can't make this stuff up. The artist within you is about to emerge. We have the angel of pleasure. Take pleasure in the things you do. What do we talk about? Passion. Loving what you do. Doing it for you. Angel. I cannot believe this. I didn't see these cards ahead of time. I mean, as they fall, sometimes you see little pictures or it might flip for a second or whatever, but I had no real idea of what this reading would be until now. So we have the angel of clearing. Your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. So we've talked about pretty much this entire reading, you clearing your space and having a completely clean slate to be an architect in your life and to make things happen, to rewrite your story. So if you haven't done that yet, it is actually telling you that this is just around the corner. This is something you're going to have the ability to do really quickly. So don't worry if you haven't reached this point yet of being able to do what you love, the opportunity's coming. Okay? Opportunity's coming. All right, more blessings coming your way. We have confidence. Very self-explanatory. So you're going to have confidence in yourself, confidence in your passions. I'm hearing confidence in your attractiveness, like confidence in your beauty or handsomeness. You're going to be, I feel like you guys are going to be confident in your decision making as well. You guys are going to end up allowing yourself to be more wild, be more free, and trust that your intuition is going to guide you. So I feel like this confidence is not only going to do great for you in making things happen, but this confidence is actually going to help you manifest even more opportunities in regards to this creativity. So for instance, if you want to be an artist in some way, if that's a musician, if that's someone who paints, if that is a writer, whatever it is, if you want to do that for a living and make money doing that in a way that sustains your everyday life, I feel like this confidence in the universe to bring you those opportunities and confidence in your own abilities is actually going to manifest those opportunities towards you. So I feel like that's going to manifest more clients. That's going to manifest more money to support yourself. That's the energy I'm getting. So it's basically the universe goes, oh, you know you're good enough? You know that you deserve to be compensated for your art. You know that you can make a difference and you're talented. Okay, cool. Let's get you more opportunities. Let's get you some more clients. Let's get you enough money to sustain you until your next paycheck. Let's take care of you. You believe it? So do we now. See what I'm saying? Manifesting is not just about writing it down or doing manifestation tricks like having 2 cups of, and this is actually something that I've seen recently, but having 2 cups of water and labeling 1 cup your current situation, labeling your other cup what you want that situation to be. Drink the old life, okay? And then drink the new life, okay? There is, honestly, I believe in those kind of manifestation techniques, but I believe that those techniques have to be accompanied with action and confidence and belief and faith in your own abilities. So I don't feel like it's just one thing that gets you there. I feel like it's a combination of all, okay? And I feel like you guys are going to do a really good job at incorporating all of that to your benefit. All right, so these cards here are supposed to be more blessings coming towards you, and also it's supposed to give me some kind of indication of when this will happen, so some kind of time period. So we have the full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. And then we have, you are very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. I can't even make this up. Okay, so one thing I will say is this is a timeless reading, but as I do this reading, it is the middle of August. So for some of you, I would say that you could be waiting until Sagittarius season. So end of November to the beginning of December. Okay, beginning to middle of December might be when this fully occurs for you. And this is a huge change, okay? So I'm not talking about the events that lead up to it. For instance, things have to start happening slowly to make this possible. I feel like that's starting now. So your answer is now. Things are already working towards that goal, but I don't believe that completely clean slate is going to happen until that Sagittarius time period. So regardless of when you watch this, gosh guys, I can't speak today. Regardless of when you watch this video, I would say Sagittarius season is when this huge blessing is going to finally come to you in such a way that you can wipe the whole slate clean and start over with something really amazing. All right, honeybees. So I love to end all of my readings with a yes, no, maybe pick a card portion. So we are going to pick 5 questions that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. I usually do 3, but for you guys, I'm going to do 5 today. I'm going to give you that cut and dry answer that's on the cards with very little clarification, unless I feel guided to speak about it a bit more. And I usually do. So here we go. Think of that first question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. We have the 9 of Hearts. Celebrate your accomplishments. You deserve it. A very positive yes. Think of that second question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. We have the 6 of Clubs. Enjoy this victory, gorgeous. You deserve it. Hell yeah. A 9 and a 6. I feel like that's going to be relevant to some of you. Some of you might be a life path number 9 or life path number 6. I feel like that might be a little bit of synchronicity for you. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like 9 and 6 has importance to you. All right, so think of that third question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. We have the Jack of Diamonds, a message of a new opportunity or gift. We're going to clarify that. Clarify that Jack of Diamonds. We have 2 cards. We have the 8 of Clubs, time to communicate. This is the perfect time. Yes. silly Alyssa, of course. We have the Four of Diamonds. You are holding on to tightly. Let go. Let go and trust that if it is truly meant for you, it will stay or return to you. So I will say that I feel like a lot of you have been stressing about some kind of communication. You've been maybe waiting by the phone or biting those fingernails, worried that the person on your mind or the situation ghosted you, and you're thinking very negatively about this situation. You're just afraid it won't happen. You're actually being told, don't worry, that message, that opportunity, it's coming. But you gotta let go. Don't have a death hold on this steering wheel, okay? Just trust us. Trust us. We are guiding this situation to happen. Trust us. All right, so think of that fourth question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. I feel like this card wanted to come out too, so we'll see what happens. We have the King of Diamonds. Provide stability to yourself and others. Stand strong in your masculine power. And for those of you who are more gender fluid or you don't equate yourself to masculine energy, I would say that it's more about dynamic energy. So for me personally, if feminine energy and masculine energy, if those terms don't resonate with you, think of it more as dynamic and receptive. You have the energy that is outgoing, makes things happen. There's a lot of action involved with that specifically. Not necessarily aggression, but it's more about making what you want happen. Where receptive energy is more about sitting back and trusting, letting things come to you, nurturing, kind of that softer touch. So if you don't resonate with the male and female energy that we're talking about, think of it as dynamic and receptive. All right, and to clarify that King of Diamonds, we have the Seven of Spades. They are doing something sneaky and wrong. Walk away. They are doing wrong by you. Wow. Okay, so you're definitely being guided to take action in whatever situation you just asked about. Someone isn't being above board here. Someone is not being truthful. So it's time to turn around and walk away. Does it mean you're walking away forever? Not if they don't change their ways. I feel like for some of you, you'll walk away and this person will realize what they've done, and then apology might come in shortly. And for some of you, you'll walk away and you will never look back because that situation wasn't good for you. All right, so think of that fifth question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. And we have the Three of Clubs. Take time to make the right decision. Choose wisely. Is this what you want? So that is definitely a maybe. It is asking you to weigh both options. Weigh both options in this scenario and be sure of which path you want to walk down. I feel like this is a pretty big decision, whatever it is you asked about. And it's not that one decision's right and one decision's wrong. It's more about one is right for you and one is wrong for you. Okay, so just really think about it before you decide to move forward. All right, all my beautiful honeybees, if you got to the end of this reading, how about, do we have anything that represents transformation? How about a butterfly? Why not? Butterflies are the perfect representation of metamorphosis and transformation. So if you guys resonated with this reading, please leave a butterfly emoji in the comments. If you enjoyed content like this and you want to see more, join the family, subscribe down below. But if this is where I leave you, I love you guys so much. Bye. Hello, all my beautiful pile 3 people, or those of you who felt drawn to the rose quartz. This is your reading. All right, we're just going to separate these cards real quick. All right, so this card is going to be kind of the main theme of the blessings that are coming your way. So we have transformation. I love this. Okay, first of all, what's very funny to me is all 3 piles have had a huge energy of metamorphosis, transformation. Okay, huge energy. Enlightenment was the first pile. That was the major theme. The second pile was metamorphosis, and this one is transformation. So I will say, my pile 3 people, it might be worthwhile to watch pile 1 and pile 2 as well. I feel like there might be some messages there for you in some kind of way. Okay, but obviously only watch those if you feel guided to do so. If it resonates with you that you might actually have messages in all 3 piles, then I would definitely go look. So it's very clear to me, especially with the energy I'm getting, that you might have kind of the energy of pile 1 and pile 2, is that a lot of you, I think you really went through it. There was definitely dark night of the soul energy going on here. I'm actually getting that a lot of you might have been having night terrors, or you might have a history of night terrors, or not being able to sleep well at night. Maybe you toss and turn. I feel like your dreams aren't a very good respite for you. Okay, you don't get a lot of comfort from your dreams. So a lot of you, maybe sleeping is not your favorite thing, or if you do enjoy a time that you sleep, it's the dreamless sleep that you enjoy the most, kind of oblivion, which is very interesting. I will say that a lot of this is connected to something in your childhood or early development. There's something that I think has come back to haunt you guys, that you never wanted to look at. It's almost like, oh gosh, guys, it's almost like that monster that chases you, but you never want to look back at it. You never want to see how close it is to you, okay? And I feel like that's kind of whatever this trauma is, whatever this hurt is. This could be very triggering. I'm going to warn you guys right now, this reading, this third one feels extremely intense to me. This feels extremely intense to me. Give me 1 second here. I don't think I've ever done this before, but we are going to do, as I knock over my camera and ruin everything. Give me 1 second here. This is just some crazy, crazy energy. I'll say that right now. I'm just gonna fix these, get myself together. We're just gonna do some clearing of the energy here. Whew. I would say the first thing I want to say to you guys is, if you're feeling very anxious, very stressed out, very off balance, I feel like you guys should take a deep breath in through your nose, let it out through your mouth. Another deep breath through your nose. Hold it, and then let it out through your mouth. I feel like this would be a good time for you guys to kind of get in crisscross applesauce, type position. Put your hands on your thighs or your knees and just kind of sit there for a second. I feel like meditation, or specifically yoga, might be to your guys' benefit, okay? I feel like going out into nature, with your bare feet, walk in the grass with your bare feet, walk through the sand with your bare feet if you live near an ocean, or if you live by a river or a lake. I feel like those sensations of the earth under your bare feet is actually going to help ground you, especially in these moments where you guys feel like you're spinning out of control. I'm getting kind of the image of someone spinning, okay? Someone spinning and not getting really any clear view of what's going on around them. All they're focused on is the anxiety, okay? So I want you guys to take that deep breath one more time through your nose. Hold it. And let it out through your mouth. Okay. I just want you guys to feel a little more grounded right now. Clear that space. And let go of that anxiety. okay? Another little tool that I personally use, there's actually two I'm going to share with you guys. I just want to give you these little techniques. And if they don't work for you, they don't work for you, but they work for me, so I want to share it. So one thing is if I'm feeling really, really anxious, one thing I'll do is I'll just take my palms and I'll just rub my hands together like this. Okay, and I will picture my anxiety, my stress, whatever that emotion is that's not serving me in a positive way. I'll imagine with the heat of the friction of my hands, it is building up all of that toxic energy that I want to release. So all of it is flooding to my hands as the heat rises from the friction. So this is my way of physically imagining that with the physical sensation of the friction. And then I will let my hands go like this. So I'll do this and then as I release my hands, when I feel like there's a buildup and I have everything, I will imagine that toxic energy, that dark energy, whatever it is I want to release, I'll imagine it going outside of my house, through a window, and up into the light, and that it's cleansed. That's what I do to visualize getting rid of that negative energy, okay? The other thing that I do is when I'm taking a shower specifically, or when I'm washing my hands, I will imagine that all that energy is pooling in my hands specifically, is generally what I'm thinking, or the top of my head if I'm in the shower. I'll imagine all the energy is flooding out through the top of my head or out through my fingers, and then being cleansed by the water that is running over my hands or my head. And then going down the drain as it's completely cleansed and pure. So I use basically physical sensations in order to clear that negative energy. And regardless of how you feel about energy work and that kind of stuff, I feel like just that visualization can help a lot in releasing that kind of energy, okay? Okay, honeybees, I'm feeling like the energy is a little bit better. That was a first for me, so hopefully that helped in some kind of way. But we're going to go ahead and continue the reading. I am going to stop delving into that darker energy. I feel like you know what it is. We don't have to talk about it. I feel like that's something very private, very personal. So we are going to move on. So blessings coming towards you. We have Angel of Addiction Healing. This is a time of positive transformation and healing. So this reading is basically forcing us to stay in a little bit more of a challenging spot, but we're gonna find the positive edges to this. So if you have some kind of addiction, whether it is in regards to alcohol or drugs or cigarettes or food, or if it's more of an emotional addiction for sex or love, or if there's a sense of codependency, any of that, addiction to sadness, depression, anxiety, if you have any of that going on, I feel like this is a clear indication that you're going to have the tools you need to heal that. So one huge blessing coming your way is that pressure, that weight that is on you, that is holding you back, something that you feel maybe addicted to, is going to be released. It is going to be taken off of you. And I feel like that weightlifting is going to be almost surreal. I feel like this is something you guys have dealt with for a very long time. And the way you're going to feel once all of that pressure is gone, you guys are going to be shocked, because I feel like you spent so long in this space that you didn't even remember what it felt like to be unburdened. So you guys are going to feel amazingly light in so many ways, is what I'm hearing. And then for other blessings we have coming towards us, Angel of Abundance. That is pretty clear. So when we have the Angel of Abundance showing up here, this is the whole shebang. This is the full whammy. This is money abundance. This is material abundance. This is love abundance, abundance of knowledge, abundance of opportunities, abundance of confidence, happiness. Now, is this the end all be all? We get everything we want? Not necessarily, but I feel like we're getting a little bit from every cup. Okay, so a little more happiness, a little more money, a little more love, a little more opportunities, a little more creativity, a little more passion. It's basically getting a charcuterie board of happiness. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. It's enough altogether that it is filling and it is sustainable, and it's just, I'm just getting this really wonderful feeling attached to that card specifically. So I feel like you guys are going to have so many positive things coming from every direction that you guys will have enough to share with the people around you. So I feel like you guys are going to share your abundance with your friends. You're going to share your abundance with your family. I feel like you guys are going to end up having so much extra that you're actually going to have enough to give others. And I feel like a lot of you get happiness from giving to others. That might be one of the ways that you express your love. So I feel like it's the gift that keeps on giving. You get a gift in such abundance that you're able to give to others, which makes you feel even more abundant and happy. And then the more abundant and happy you feel, the more abundance the universe is going to bring to you. So that's really beautiful, guys. All right, so more blessings that are coming your way. We have movement and individuality. That's actually really beautiful. So for a lot of you, if you feel that you've always kind of gone with the flow, even though it didn't feel natural to you, if you always went the direction other people did, or you felt yourself following the cool crowd or trying to follow fashion trends, or, you know, being super worried about what other people thought about you, all of that, I basically see you guys getting to kind of a period in your life that you decide, no, I'm going to be me. Life is too short. Life is too short for me to be anybody else but who I want to be, which is really beautiful. Sounds a little cheesy, but it's true. And it's beautiful. And with the movement showing up here, it tells me that this energy is coming in really quick. And I feel like the minute you make the decision, your life is going to take off in all these different directions that you're wanting it to. Okay, so I'll give you an example. If you were living a life where you don't feel fulfilled in your job, and you don't feel like you have quality friendships, and you don't feel like you can find a quality romantic partner and a quality relationship romantically, if you feel like you don't have, if you feel like you have a hard time communicating with other people, and if you feel like you have a lack of confidence in yourself, then I feel like, you know, this abundance that's coming towards you is actually going to be bringing a little bit of all of that to you. So I feel like you're going to get romantic options that actually look really yummy and wonderful and are as good as they seem. I feel like you're going to meet new people that you're going to actually develop lasting friendships with. I feel like you guys are going to get some job opportunities or promotions that actually help you become more successful there. I feel like you guys are going to have opportunity to work on some of the things you're passionate about, whether or not it's something you make $1 from, you know, or not. I feel like you guys are going to at least have the time to really devote to what you truly love. So this is actually really beautiful, guys. I feel like you're reinventing yourself, which goes very strongly with that transformation. As you're clearing out the things that were hurting you or holding you back, you're literally making room for all the beautiful things that want to come in your future. All right, honeybees. So these cards here are going to be more blessings coming your way, and it's supposed to give me some kind of indication of a time period of when this is supposed to occur. So let's see what we get here. We have New Moon in Scorpio. Walk through your fears And then we have the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Okay. So I feel like for a lot of you, obviously this is a timeless reading, but I am currently filming this in the middle of August. So I would say for a lot of you, you may need to wait for Scorpio season specifically. If there's a new moon in Scorpio season, in the year you're watching this, look out for that in particular. But for most of you, this is just going to be about waiting for Scorpio season. So that would be, what would that be? End of October to the mid part of November. That's going to be your Scorpio season. But I will say either way, with this, adjustments are required to me. Like when you look at this, this is a half moon. Okay, so it's almost like you guys are halfway there currently. Now you might be like, what are you talking about? I've been working, on this my entire life. Are you saying it's going to take me another 20 years or 30 years or 40 years or whatever? No, I think that wherever you are in the year, Scorpio season is where this is going to take off. But what I mean by halfway is that although a lot of you may have been chipping away at this journey your whole life, I feel like it's not until this year, specifically, whenever you're watching this year or the year prior, that you guys have really put in a lot more effort on that front. And it may not always have felt like it. I feel like a lot of you were analyzing, those kind of dark, intense feelings, things from the past that were chasing you. We're going to leave it there on that. I feel like you guys were delving into that, and you felt like you were taking many steps back whenever you were analyzing those things. Like you were almost coming up with more blockages, and you felt like it was actually detracting from your progress. But the truth is that any movement you were making in figuring out what this was actually forward progress, even when it felt like backward progress. You were actually still moving forward. And I feel like a lot of you put extra effort in trying to figure this out. So just know that right now when you watch this reading, if this resonates, most of you are at the halfway point. But whenever Scorpio season is coming, I feel like that's when things are really going to start going in your favor. And then that snowball of figuring this out and improving the situation and clearing out those negative things, I feel like that snowball is going to gain momentum quicker and quicker as it goes down that hill. All right, honeybees. So I love to end my readings with yes, no, maybe pick a cards. So I want you guys to think of 5 questions that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. I will pull those cards and I will most likely just be giving you the straightforward answer that is on the card with no explanation, unless I feel guided to speak to those cards a little bit more. So, all right, honeybees. Think of that first question that would require yes, no, maybe answer. We have the 6 of Spades. It is time to gather what is important to you and leave. No, leave this situation. Very clear. All right, honeybees, think of that second question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. We have the King of Hearts. Be bold and strong in your emotions, okay? We're going to clarify that. The first thing I heard was whatever it is that you are wanting in this situation, you need to communicate it and express that. If there's something you don't like in this situation, you need to express that. But let's clarify it. Let's clarify it and see if we get a yes, no, maybe answer specifically. We have the 9 of Diamonds. You need to focus on your self-love first when you find happiness and fulfillment in your life first. All right, think of that third question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. We have a couple cards that came out there. we have the 7 of Spades. They are doing something sneaky and wrong. Walk away. They are doing wrong by you. And then we have the 6 of Clubs. Enjoy this victory. Gorgeous. You deserve it. Hell yeah. Wow. That's a little conflicting. It's almost like, okay, so this is the image I'm getting. It's almost like you're aware that someone has been doing something, not above board. Okay, you are fully aware that this is happening. And whoever it is that is being sneaky, who is doing something ethically wrong, they feel like they're untouchable. They feel like they're more powerful than you, or they feel like they just simply cannot be caught, or no one will leave them, no one will choose anyone but them. They feel they have too big of a head, okay, is what I'm hearing. And it's almost like you're being told, like, for instance, if this is a romantic partner and they've been cheating, or they have been sneaky, or been doing something wrong in some kind of way, I'm actually getting that you will have the pleasure of seeing their face as you walk away. You will have the pleasure of showing them that they are responsible for their own actions and they must deal with those consequences. This is not about revenge. This is simply about showing someone that they need to be accountable. So I feel like whatever it is you guys are walking from, doesn't have to be romantic, could be a workplace that hasn't been treating you correctly, could be a connection with a friend or family member, whatever it is. I feel like you're going to get some kind of satisfaction in doing what's best for yourself, and by doing so, you actually win the argument. You actually win the war here, okay? Interesting. All right, so think of that 4th question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. We have the 9 of Spades. Your fears are not grounded in reality. Clear your thoughts. Don't let your fear stop you, okay? So whatever it is that you want dearly to happen, but you're afraid of moving forward with it, you're being guided to ignore that fear and go for what you want anyway. Go after your passions. Life is too short to do anything else. All right, so think of that 5th question that would require a yes, no, maybe answer. And we have the 5 of Spades. They are hiding something from you. Get a full view of the situation. All right, I'll let you take that as you will. All right, all my beautiful, beautiful honeybees. If you got to the end of this reading, I would like you guys to find an emoji that actually represents something that brings you peace, something that brings you serenity, something that helps quiet your mind and keep you in a beautiful and positive space, whether that's animals or nature or anything up in the heavens, up in the sky. If that's a beverage, a food, whatever it is that brings you comfort in life, brings you peace. I want you guys to comment that down in the comments. If you want to expand on, what that means to you and how it brings you peace, maybe it'll help others. But either way, guys, if you want to see more content like this, show the love, subscribe down below. But if this is where I leave you, I love you guys so much. Take care.